Okay, let's do these pork chops. I'm just gonna do 2 today. Let's get some. I like to season it before I bread it. Basically, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Both sides. That's pretty good. And then here's the basic. Oh, and then we get some flour. Yeah. I got a little too much flour on this plate, but that's okay. I'll show you in a minute. Now here's my egg mix. I got 1 egg in here. That's all I need. But sometimes I put a little water or a little milk just to stretch it out a little bit. Make sure I got enough. I think that was a little more milk than I normally do, but that's okay. So, we got my seasoned porks here, flour, and then you get them in the egg. Put it there, and drip it off, shake it off. Get some. This is Italian breadcrumbs here. And you could use any kind of breadcrumbs, make your own. Sometimes we got an old baguette that's all dry. I'll put it through a cheese grater. You could also get panko, those are really crunchy. But this works too. Okay. And just make sure you always shake everything off. Shake off the extra flour, shake off the extra egg. Shake this around here to spread it out. Kind of low on the breadcrumbs there. Okay, got that there. I'll wipe my hand here. Good fresh one. Sticky, sticky. Okay, let's go look at this pan over here. Alright, I got this pan. It's kind of has some leftover oil. That's just some light olive oil. And then throwing some butter with it too. Tastes good with the butter and that. Let's let that melt for a second, I guess. Let's see, it's almost melted. That's fine. Just leave that butter in the middle there. Let's get these in here. Slide that butter there. There we go. It could be, well, alright. So let's let those fry for a second. Let's go back over here to this extra stuff we have here. We got extra flour, eggs. So lots of times what I do is I mix all this together, and sometimes it comes out like a pancake batter, sometimes it comes out like dough, and I make a little biscuit, and I have leftover oil there, and that's the oil, the butter, and the pork fat rendered in there. So you really can't use that for a lot of stuff, but I fry some little biscuits in there, and that's a nice little snack. But so this isn't seasoned at all, so I'll go ahead and season it now. Add in some salt, what I think I might need. That's probably a good amount. You could even hit it with a little garlic, maybe. Yeah, a little garlic. Let me see. And usually I just do it like that. I'll mix it, and that's fine. But sometimes you can get a little bit of baking powder and mix it in there, and that helps you get them a little fluffy. Yeah, I'm not a baker, just a faker, so you gotta make sure you mix this though. You gotta really incorporate that baking powder all around. Mix all this too while we're at it. Let me see. And sometimes you can throw in some lard or even some butter. It'll work too. Soft butter here. Let's see. How do we do this? Do we do it with my hands? Maybe. I just wanna, oops, making a mess here. Okay. Making a big old mess. Okay. Maybe I should have done it with my own. Jeez. Don't try this at home, kids. You know what? I got an idea today. I'm gonna do something different. Like lots of times too, when I'm making these pork chops, I make different sides, but mac and cheese. One of my favorites though is I make a salad, but I put fresh apples in there, and apples always pair well with the pork chops. And speaking of which, I do have an apple, and I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna shred it and add it to these biscuits. Yeah, it probably was a bad idea to use my hands because now it's all stuck to my hands. Let's go back to these chops real quick and give them a flip. Get my tongs here. Oh, that was a little early. I should have just checked it, but it's okay. We'll get there. Let me grab an apple. Give it a quick rinse in the sink. And take off the sticker, of course. Okay. So, grab this shredder here. There we go. I'll try the small one. So this is just experimental here. Well, these tiny shreds are really small. I don't know if I should use a bigger shredder. Let's try some big ones. Maybe the big one's better. How much do you suppose we should put in here? Alright, let's go with that. So this is just a crazy experiment here, as you can see. See if I can get this in this egg wash in here. What the hell am I doing here? This bowl's not even big enough. Jeez. Alright, we got a mess here. We might need a little more flour. Wow. This is really wet. With all that apples in there. I'll just put some drops. Alright, that's fine. Guess we're just gonna have to do it like that. I'll let you know if these come out good. We'll have to do a taste test for sure. Make sure we thoroughly mix everything in there. Okay, well. There's a little piece fell out. That's alright. Alright, I think it's thoroughly mixed. Don't try this at home, kids, as I said. Alright, let's go back to the pork chops. Hopefully the pan is a little hotter by now. Okay. I'm flipping too early, guys. This pan, the usual. Alright, let's take a break. Be back when they're ready. Okay, they're starting to brown up a little bit better now. Let's see. I'm using a spoon here to hold it for me because every time I try to grab it, it just slides around. Sometimes if you flip it too many times, some of the breading starts to come off a little bit. So don't do what I did. Just take a peek, but I just flip it and do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, these are pretty much done already. There's a nice little window on them though. They stay juicy, they got a lot of fat in them, and then they're being fried, so You can go from a light golden brown to a darker brown. It'll be fine, but you get the gist. Let's put this here. Nice parm caps. Now let's see how this works. So we got this extra fat here. I got a little piece of bread in here. Let's pick it up, put it over here. Let's see, like little drops. Let's see how it's made a little more than I normally do. Usually I get like 4 little biscuits or something. Looks like I got like tons of material here with the apples, and I dropped too much flour. Oh well. If these come out good, it'll be great. I'll look for one more right here. Okay. Let that fry for a bit. Well, I guess I could put one, let's see, right in the middle. That's good enough, and I just got like a little bit left. I'll just dump that. I'm not gonna cook that one. That's fine. That's like a tablespoon concoction there. Let's get rid of this and rinse it. All right. Sweet. Where's my fork? Let's let that cook. For a second. Let's come over here. Let's take a bite here, this pork here. Yeah, it's white. Let's see. Ooh. That's good. I need my mac and cheese now. Should have made it. I love it with my mac and cheese. This one's a little fatter. Let's see. Let's test this one out. I could use a little bit more, but it's good. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Smash them down a little bit. It look beautiful. Kind of like crab cakes, just because it has all those shredded apple. Kind of looks like the meat strands of a crab or something. Oh, might be onto something new here. But it looks like it's going to be, there's some wet parts here. I'm going to have to flip it again, because once I squished it, there's some raw parts here, so I'm going to have to flip it again, I believe. Maybe in a few more minutes, so let's take a little pause break here. Okay, they're just about done. I kind of destroyed one of them in the middle. That was the last one that I put there, so when I flipped them all, it was the least cooked, and it was a big one. So it didn't have that nice crust as much as the other one, so it fell apart. But they're nice and fluffy, and most of the fat is all gone, you see, so otherwise I would have to pour that away because it's just like burnt breadcrumbs in there. So now I could use, and the flour and the breadcrumbs and the egg wash, all that would have been tossed. Instead, I got a little extra food here, and it's gonna be like pork flavored apple biscuits. Turn it off, and well, I guess I'll grab one of these suckers here. It's probably a little hot still, but let me get a plate actually. And while I was cooking, this was cooking still. I was cleaning up, rinsing the dishes. That's what you gotta do. You gotta make the best of the time. Guess I'll just throw these on this plate here. Oh yeah. And that's the one I want to try, that little one there. One of these crumbs here, let's see. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's over here. Look at these babies here. Alright, let's grab one of these little crumbs here. Hot. Okay. This is very good. Oh my gosh, it's like because of the sweetness of the apple. It's not that much because it's just I didn't add any sugar to it, but it has a sweet note. Fluffy because of the baking powder. I have the savoriness because of the pork fat and the butter. Oh, the butter, yeah. I forgot I didn't add butter to it too. This is better than the pork chop. And the pork chop is good. Sorry there's no recipe, just eyeballing it. Catch you later.